What's going on, guys? You're checking out QGinHQ. I am your host, Chris. The holidays have came and passed. Happy New Year, everybody. So I've upgraded cameras, thank God, because I have a loving family. They really hooked me up this year. Let me tell you guys, I have recorded all of my videos that you've probably watched on my channel. If not, go check them out. The quality is great from what I needed it for at the time. All of my further away shots of my 360s have been recorded with this little old school GoPro Hero 2. This thing is like completely just as the OG camera right here. I mean, it's going into retirement. Like, it's dying. I mean, it's not dying, but it's dying for me. All right. So I was lucky enough to upgrade cameras. Super excited, and I went and upgraded to this absolute beast of a camera. This is the Sony a5100. If you do not know, if you guys are starting out your own YouTube page or anything you want to do, looking for, decent camera, and you got a little bit of skrill, a little bit of cash saved up, this is the camera, in my opinion, to go to. I mean, it's an absolute beast. I've never loved something so much in my entire life. Well, except for my two dogs. I love them dearly. But this thing is just completely out of control. Could not be more pleased. It's got some pros and cons. I'm going to get into that in this video, so hopefully you stick around and check it out. Without further ado, what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. So I purchased this camera as a bundle through Best Buy. One thing to note is the micro SD card was not included. It is a high-speed card, which you need if you're looking to record video at its finest. This is a 64 gigabyte with a 95 megabyte transfer speed, which is more than enough. The bundle also came with an extra lens, the 55 to 210 millimeter lens, which normally retails for $349.99 USD, but by getting it with the bundle, I got it for $149. The camera is a 24.3 megapixel camera, and it comes with a 16 to 50 millimeter lens. This camera does not film in 4K, so if you're looking for a 4K camera, this is not it, but the video on this camera is absolutely amazing. I also needed a tripod, so I went ahead and picked up this Manfrotto tripod for about $45 USD. So let's get into the camera first. Inside the box, you have the Sony camera with the lens already attached. You have one Sony hand strap, and then you have the wall charger with USB cable, and of course, one battery. Now, the battery, in my personal experience, has only lasted between 4 to 4.5 hours with heavy usage. Sony claims it should last up to 5. I would suggest buying a separate battery just in case you want to be on the go. So this being a mirrorless camera, that means you can interchange different lenses, which is absolutely phenomenal. Sony has this E-mount system, as you can see here, which lets you go back and forth between lenses very, very quickly with not much struggle. On the camera itself, you have one button here. You just press in and just twist the lens to the left, and it is off. Absolutely seamless, perfect. Very easy, especially when you're in a rush. Now, the base of the camera is mostly plastic, and it comes in at 10 ounces in weight. So here's one of my favorite parts of the camera, and that is the LCD screen. The screen is able to flip all the way up, so you could actually view yourself while you're talking to the camera. That is a huge plus. The 6000 series camera above this one does not have this option. The screen does not come up all the way. I don't know why Sony decided to do that. Let's take a better look at the 210mm lens. You can see how easy it is to just push in by using Sony's E-mount system. I'm really pleased with that. This lens is going to be great for taking a lot of close-up shots, a lot of stuff that's out in the distance that you really can't grasp with the smaller lens. So now let's take a look at some of the settings on this camera. And I'm going to be using this camera basically for recording more than pictures. So let's go ahead and hop right into the settings. And I'm going to show you why you need that bigger, faster SD card. Sony introduced XAVCS, which is an MP4 container, but it allows you to get a much higher bitrate. It lets you shoot at 60p, 50 megabytes per second, and that's why the faster card is needed. The 6000 series does not, so the video is noticeably better on this camera. Now, this camera also has wireless capability, and you can send photos and videos to your smartphone, computer, or anywhere you want. It's actually pretty cool. This camera also has a built-in flash, which is pretty cool, so you can do stuff like pop flashes and things like that. But if this breaks, I don't know what you're going to do to replace it. Unlike the Sony 6000 series, which allows you to attach an external flash. This camera also has a digital zoom, which is cool if you don't want to use manual zoom depending on, which lens you're using. But it's really up to you. It's all preference. So let's go ahead and just take one quick photo of Batman. It's actually more like Batman's crotch without even picking the camera up. And boom. Look at that. Magic. So let's go and take a better look at the tripod I purchased for this camera. I told you I got the Manfrotto, which I think is absolutely beautiful, and it holds the camera perfectly. And it's a lot more durable than other ones I've seen on the market today. Around the $50 to $60 range. Two things to note on this LCD screen is one, it is somewhat of a touchscreen. Basically, you could use your finger to take quick pictures, but you cannot navigate through the menu. See, for me, that's not a big deal since the buttons navigate just as easy. Two, the camera does not have an eye viewfinder like the 6000 series, so when shooting video or taking pictures outside, you might find yourself squinting or shading the LCD screen from the brightness of the sun. That doesn't bother me because the majority of this camera's footage is going to film here in the HQ. But that's something that you might want to take into consideration. You could also see here with the bigger lens, there's no conflict between the camera and the tripod, so not to worry when switching lenses. Also, as you can see here, the lens does come with a hood if you were curious. Lastly, what I love about this tripod is the pistol grip, which makes for a much more versatile way of setting up shots, and the wheel scroll to lock it in place. Like I said earlier, this is what I used to shoot video with, and wow, what an upgrade. Here are some video and pics I took to compare the two so you can really see the difference. Guys, here is the final video, and that is the built-in mic on the camera. I think I sound absolutely amazing for all of you vloggers out there looking for a brand new camera. The detail on this thing is just, it's marvelous. I mean, look at this thing on my head that I could not get rid of for like 9 days. Detail, check it out. See that? Crazy. If you have any tips on how to get rid of that thing, I'd like to know because I think it's killing me and I'm probably dying inside. And my head looks like a potato, but you can go ahead and blame my parents for that. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, please, like always, give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe because you guys are amazingly, ridiculously, absolutely, just effingly awesome. And I appreciate every last one of you guys. I'm going to go to bed now because it's 3 a.m. and I'm going to edit this tomorrow. Sorry. Love you guys. See you on the next one.